Okay, we're going to look at some Linux operating system commands, some DOS commands. Sometimes they're called disk operating system. So the same thing, we start here, click get into terminal mode, and I often do pwd just to make sure I know where I am. I print the working directory. If I look at a list of items, I might find a bunch of D's in the first column. Those D's are directories. That's why they happen to be color coded. In this case, they're color coded blue. You'll also see some dashes instead of the D's. Those are files. You can look and see, in addition to dashes or D's, you might see an L. Those are links to some other place. Now, after the permissions, you'll notice in this case it says root and then root. That refers to who created the file and who owns the file. In this case, I'm in the /bin directory, and that's all owned by root, all those files. Except if you look down here, you'll notice a lot of them have an R. In other words, they're readable for the world. Remembering the first three refer to the owner, the second three the group, and the third three would be the R-X. Those would be for the world. So if it's readable, you can actually copy it. And at that point, I can make a directory called test and then a cp copy /etc/resolve.conf. I'm taking that file and I'm copying it to a new file /home/frank/test. Now I didn't specify, that's just a folder. I didn't specify the file name. But of course, since I didn't specify the file name, it will remain resolve.conf. And you'll notice now that the file is owned by me and not by root. So I copied a file that was root's and now it's mine. Won't work the same because it's not in the etc folder, but nonetheless. You'll see here I can go copy test / because I'm not in the test directory. I'm above the test directory. But I can copy test /resolve.conf to test /resolve.txt. So I'm just making a copy of that file and changing the extension. Now I did it in one line, but I could have done it in two. I could have first moved into the test folder by doing cd space test, and then I wouldn't have needed the test / in front of it. Just copy cp resolve.conf to resolve.txt. Same command, but took two lines to do it. Now rm is remove, so that deletes a file. But you'll notice it doesn't display any output like many Linux commands. If there's no output to display, it just doesn't display any. And you'll see by doing the ls-l that that file is gone. Now one of the things I can do is change the mode, which is changing the permissions. So on resolve.txt I changed to be 700. 7 gives 4 for reading, 2 for writing, 1 for execution. Adds up to 7. So 700 means the owner has full permissions and the group and the world have 0 permissions. And you see how it changes, so RWX and then all the dashes. If I go back and change mode 644, then I've given read and write permission to the owner and read only permission to the group and the world. So I can change by numbers.